Hello, everyone. I am Jennifer Pelfini, your Pampered Chef Independent Consultant, and I'm excited to be here today. I'm just going to pull this up on my iPad so I can see you all. Oops. Harvest Festival. And we'll just wait another minute here before we get started today. Happy Election Day. I hope you all got out there and voted. I'm just watching CNN in the background here. Various news channels actually today. It looks like 100 million people have already pre-voted. So that's really great. So if you did that, you can just hang out with me and make some chicken tortilla soup. And we'll have a vote on what way you'd like to make your chicken tortilla soup because it's election day. And that's all I'm going to say about the election. Okay. Hi, Susan. Good morning. So I have my iPad here because I can't really see what happens all the way across the room with my laptop. So if you see me looking down, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to get started because this is going to take a little bit of time because all good things like soups are fast with Pampered Chef products, but they still take a little bit more time than a little bit under an hour. So I'm pushing it with this one, but I was so excited to make this because here's the thing about chicken tortilla soup, which I recently discovered is, and I talk about this all the time, so I'm only going to talk about this for a minute. With chicken tortilla soup, it's kind of just a basic sort of list of ingredients that you have to make it. But then you have so many different ways that you can make it. Like, for example, today I'm going to make it in the quick cooker, but you could make it in your rock crock. You could make it in your blender. You could make it in a casserole, deep casserole dish in the oven. You could make it in your Dutch oven. So there's so many different ways you can make it. I chose quick cooker because I just kind of wanted to have a one-pot situation where it would cook a little bit faster. All these methods will take under two hours. Quick cooker method will take about 40 minutes. So let's get started. So first of all, I wanted to let you know that I took all these recipes on Pampered Chef websites and some other places and synthesized them and kind of thought about what I wanted to do based on what I have in the kitchen. Because I really actually didn't even go shopping for this. It was just kind of stuff I have around in my house, which tells you how easy it is to make chicken tortilla soup. It is Taco Tuesday, not only... oh no, it's Wednesday. Sorry, it's not Taco Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Hi, Nancy. Glad you're here too. It's actually not Tuesday because I was thinking election day is always on. No, it is a Tuesday, right? It is Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. So anyway, I can't keep straight what day it is. Yesterday I took my daughter swimming. That's all I know. So that means today's Tuesday. I was thinking it was Wednesday. So I did Wednesday things. Okay. Well, anyway. I did some Wednesday tasks on Tuesday a little bit at a time because Tuesday's election day. Election's always on a Tuesday, right? Okay, so anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to make chicken tortilla soup. Ingredients, basic ingredients here, guys. Chicken, onion, green bell pepper, garlic cloves, frozen corn or fresh if you have it. I know we're kind of low on fresh corn these days because it's the end of the season. Tomatoes, whether they're fire roasted or diced or whatever, it's going to work out good for you when you put your spices in there. Black beans. I'm actually going to use zucchini because I have some, and pop it in there for some extra hardiness. And your broth. And then, of course, you need your toppings for however you're going to eat your tortilla soup. I'm actually going to make tortilla strips today in the oven, and I'm going to preheat my oven to 400 right now. And I'm going to make my tortilla strips on my stone bar pan. So, I mean on my my rectangular stone pan. Okay, confession. I really slept really poorly last night. Okay, and I'm a mom who gets a lot of sleep because my daughter used to sleep 12 hours a night. But now my daughter is in transition in the toddler bed. So she's coming into our bed in the middle of the night, anywhere between midnight and 5. And she loves to sleep. We're like, she loves to sleep perpendicular to us. So it's just like, and then she kicks us or hits us. I mean, you guys that have kids, you know that stage when your toddler's in the bed with you, and we have a king bed, and there's plenty of time, plenty of room in that bed, but not enough room with the toddler in any size bed. So anyway, oh, hi Paula, how are you? So let me. So anyway, so if I'm a little tired, I feel like I'm always tired when I do these. Why do I do 9 o'clock? Anyway, that's what we have coffee for, right? Okay, so we're gonna start out with our chicken. So my thought is, I'm gonna do, like I said, a different version of the different recipes that I saw. And I like to have a little lime flavor on my chicken when I make tortilla soup, when I make any kind of chicken dish that I want a nice flavor for. And I kind of discovered this by making our our chicken fajitas in the rock crock that we made earlier in the summer that I did a go live with. So I'm going to cut a lime. I'm going to use my Santoku knife. And I'm going to press it with my citrus press. I've got my chicken all here in my large batter bowl. And I'm just going to go ahead and press the lime to get some lime on this chicken. And just let it sit for a minute while we're getting everything ready. I think lime is always a great thing with a dish like this. Oh, and by the way, I said when I made chicken tortilla soup before. I made chicken tortilla soup before, but it was a long time ago and it was in a blender. So I wouldn't say I really made it. But if you are going to make your chicken tortilla soup in a blender, obviously don't put your chicken in, but you can make all the elements in the blender. In our blender from Pampered Chef, he has a great soup mode. So I might try that some other time too. Like I said, I wanted to use a quick cooker today because I feel like quite a few of my guests have a quick cooker now. So a lot of you have the Instant Pot, so it's going to be kind of the same experience. So I'm just going to kind of toss this around in the lime, my chicken. I've got about 1.5 pounds of chicken in here, probably closer to 2 pounds. And I was thinking about cutting my chicken breasts, slicing up a little bit, but they feel like they're kind of a good size. And I might go ahead and do that anyway. So we have this product called the Close and Cut. So I'm going to put, I should have did this before I put the lime on, but I'll just show you how it works so you can get the idea. I'm going to put the Close and Cut in here, and this is going to kind of make my chicken breast thinner really easily without me touching the chicken. So that they'll cook more evenly, and I won't have any like hot spots or anything like that, or dry spots, hot spots, dry spots. You see how that did that and how easily that did that? Close and Cut is really great because these are these enormous chicken breasts from Costco. They actually are kind of big. These are the enormous chicken breasts from Costco that we all get, and we're like, what am I supposed to do with this large piece of chicken to get it cut easy, to cook it easily? And this is how you do. You're just gonna push it down. And then you take your knife and you just cut all the way across really easily. And that's just going to turn it into almost like, kind of like a chicken patty size. So it'll be much easier to work with when you're cooking for an even cook. Okay? I think I have one more in here that's kind of big. Yeah, I'll just cut them all just so you can get the idea how easy this is. So yeah, not getting any messy chicken on me. Not getting all gross, sticky chicken fingers, and all my mess is on my Close and Cut, like that. Okay, so that's the Close and Cut. Great tool in the kitchen. Okay, so I got my chicken all in here, my lime, so I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut my onion. I'm gonna take onion, and I'm gonna cut my onion into chunks. I'm gonna move this over here. I have this like big kitchen, but I always end up in this small little corner. I do not know why. Because it's the best light for this time of day. That's why. Okay, so the one good things about Pampered Chef, we have these prep mats, and these are really great too because as you can see, I put chicken on here, and so I can easily wash it off, or I can grab another prep mat because these come in a set of 3. I love these prep mats for a couple reasons. One, because they're easy to clean, so I don't have to get my cutting board all dirty. And 2, if I'm working with vegetables and fruits, and when I move to meat, I can either grab another one or I can easily clean it off and not have to worry about it. And 3, transferring food from the mat into the pot, into the stove, or wherever I need to get it to be in the kitchen. Hi, Nicole. Okay, yeah, aren't you excited, Nicole, about my soup dish that I've never made before? So you guys have to know something about me. Not only do I not like to follow recipes, but I am well known for making brand new dishes, sometimes 6 to 8 dishes at like one dinner party, back in the past when I had a lot of time without a toddler. So that I've never made before. So this is not very unusual for me to do. At first, when I first started doing this business, I wanted to practice a lot more. But then I felt, well, that's not realistic, because you're not practicing. You're making this dish for the first time too, so you should see what it's like and see what it's like to make the dish for the first time, and that's only fair, right? I think that's fair. Don't you guys think that's fair? Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to take our onion. I had a ginormous onion, and so I'm just going to cut it up into sections, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my manual food processor to make it into a lot of slices, easy slices. Everything got wet here. So in my kitchen, we have a faucet that automatically turns on. It's a sensor. I don't know why anyone would put a sensor in a faucet, but we have a sensor in a faucet. I know. I'm sure there's a reason for it. It makes it more convenient. But what it does all the time is it turns on and off by itself. And so that is not convenient. Okay, so this is the manual food processor. And if you've seen me do any of my demos before, this is probably my top product I use in my kitchen. Probably every day. I mean, every day, if not every couple days in my kitchen. So I'm just going to cut my onion into chunks, and then I'm going to pop it into my manual food processor, and I'm going to get smaller pieces from it. I could do this with the food chopper, but I'm just doing it with the manual food processor today. I feel like the food chopper gets all the love, and the manual food processor, to me, is actually much more handy and multifunctional than the food chopper, so I am going to use the food chopper. The food chopper also has the manual food processor, so I'm going to use the manual food processor. So the manual food processor also has a nice safety lock on it, so when you're not using it, it's locked down like this, so you don't have that big handle hanging out. And so we're just going to go like this and pump it. And then I'm going to pop some more in here and do the rest of it. So see how easy that is? Like, I'm not getting any onion anywhere. It's staying in the bowl. It's not smelling up my house or my fingers. I'm not crying. I'm just processing it away. Really simple. This product is so handy. I mean, if there's a product I always recommend for my hosts to get or my guests to get, and they ask me, what's a big product you use in your house all the time? It is the manual food processor. No doubt about it. And then see, there's all my onions. All my onions are done. That was a pretty big onion too. There's a lot in there. I'm going to process it just a little bit more because I got some chunks on the bottom. Just line it up here. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to take my, what is it? My husband was cooking eggs this morning, so he must have took the mini skinny scraper, so I'll just use my mix and scrape to kind of just scrape it down, and we're just going to put it into the pot anyway, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so that's my onions. So those are ready to go. Put them there. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our bell pepper. I got a ginormous bell pepper here, so I don't know if I'm going to use this whole thing. I'm going to wash off this knife. I'm just going to cut off the top. And then I'm going to use this, I'm going to use my corn more, which if you had a scoop loop, you'd use that, probably be easier, but I'm going to use my corn more because I don't have a scoop loop. And I'm just going to go ahead and scoop out the insides of the pepper really easily. It's another product I love, corn more, because you can scoop stuff out on one side and then you can like literally core on the other side. So super handy. Getting all those seeds out. And I'm done with that, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this up into slices, like this. And I'm gonna take my quick slice and I'm gonna cut it into strips. So here's my quick slice. Here's my strips. Just gonna go ahead and add it. Trying to see if I need, yeah, I'm gonna add it to my onions, my onion bowl, just to keep it, not get another bowl out there. So this is a quick slice. I love this because it's great for slicing stuff evenly. Like I used it for Halloween to slice some mozzarella to make some ghosts for pizza. I know, I made ghosts for pizza. And I use it for strawberries. I use it for grapes. I use it for olives. It's a great way to chop vegetables and fruits up easily. And you see how fast it is. And that's it. Okay, so now my peppers are done. Got one stuck in there. Let's get that one. You guys know you guys, if you know anything about me, I hate waste. Okay, so there's my quick slice. So I'm done with that. Actually, I'm going to keep it out there. And now I'm going to set the quick cooker. Let's move to the quick cooker. And I'm going to set the quick cooker to a sear setting and press start. And heat oil. But before I do that, I need garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and use my garlic press. I got my garlic. I got 3 cloves of garlic here. So I'm just going to cut off the tops. I don't know if you know this, but with the garlic press, you actually can use, you can leave the skins on if you want. Then you have to clean out the garlic press right after if you're going to do like a bunch of garlic cloves. So I tend to take the skin, most of the skin off if I can, because that just makes it a little bit easier. And if you also know something about me, I usually buy the peeled already garlic, but I don't know. I got this garlic clove. This garlic that's still around, so I'm going to use it. Keep using it until it's gone. And I'm actually enjoying using garlic the non-peeled way. I feel like I'm being more authentic. Okay, so let's go ahead and press some garlic. I'm going to put a couple in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and press that garlic, get all that goodness out. Look at that. I just love this garlic press. I don't know about you guys, but I've had a lot of garlic presses in my time, and I've never had any garlic presses that actually got all the garlic out, and then I didn't have to struggle with it. So I'm going to put the other one in, and I'm going to get the remains of that other stuff out of there. And look at all that garlic that comes out. I'm telling you, most garlic presses, you will not get this much garlic coming out. And we love garlic in my family, so I'm not afraid to be aggressive on the garlic, that's for sure. Okay. See how much more we got just by moving that around a little bit? And as you guys know, I hate waste. I hate waste. I don't hate anything in life, but I do hate waste. Okay, because I think it's unnecessary to waste. That's the way I was raised. I'm sticking to my story. Okay, so there's our garlic. We have, oh, by the way, these are the 1 cup prep bowls. These are super great to have around the kitchen for a couple reasons. One is they come with lids. So you can put them in the refrigerator. You know, if you're doing pre-prep, like, hello, Thanksgiving's coming up. I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that I am looking forward to this Thanksgiving that I didn't have for other Thanksgivings is this manual food chopper. It is this manual food processor and my food chopper. Actually, I did have my food chopper. I didn't use it. But for sure, the manual food processor, because I'm going to put all my herbs in my manual food processor and do them away. Because I remember 2 Thanksgivings ago when I did my cook Thanksgiving here at the home, a big dinner, I spent probably an hour cutting herbs alone. So that's going to be a huge time saver. And it's kind of back-breaking work because you're sitting there and you're just going for a long time when you're trying to do it. Long time, no pun intended, but time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our quick cooker started. Now that we got our garlic. Now it's not called for in this recipe, but in other versions it was. I'm going to use green chilies in here too. I've already opened them up, but I wanted to show you our can opener because I think that that's a really great product too. Our easy can opener. I don't know why I opened it last night, but I did. But anyway, normally it would just latch on to the can and it would tighten, and then you just kind of go around the can like so. And then release, you turn it like that. And then the can lid just pops off like that. Okay? All right, so let's get our quick cooker on. I'm going to turn this a tad this way so you can see the quick cooker. You see the quick cooker? Okay, great. So I'm going to put some oil in here. I don't know about you guys, but I have like some of my favorite products in the kitchen, and one of them is my my oil and my oil and vinegar set from Italy. I love it. So it's about 3. I'm gonna do like 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, or so. I mean, you never can have enough olive oil, in my opinion. And then we're gonna turn this on to sear and hit start and let that go for about 3 minutes. So we're gonna turn it to sear. Now this is the trick, seeing sideways. Sear. Okay, we're on sear. Okay, so we're gonna let that go for about 3 minutes. And while that's going, we're gonna get, let's talk about our other things that we have here. So we got our chicken and the lime juice going here. My herbs that I'm using, or my spices that I'm using for this, are a trifle combination. So I'll show you that while that's going. So for my spices, I'm using, back a little bit. So for my spices, I'm using oregano. I'm cut off now. Whatever. I'm using oregano. I'm using our chili lime, which is fantastic. I've used it on shrimp. I've used it in our carnitas. I've used it, what else have I used it on? Something the other day. Just chicken plain. This chili lime is so good. I highly recommend it. So, and then cumin I'm using, and then salt. So for the chili lime, see if I can read this. What's in it? It is red chili pepper, sea salt, paprika, ancho chili pepper, dehydrated onion, dehydrated garlic, parsley, jalapeno pepper, crushed red chili pepper, natural flavor, lime juice concentrate, sunflower oil, paprika, extractives for color. And then there's silicone dioxide for a caking agent in here. And some other ingredients I can't read. But basically, it's got a lot of spices in here. It's going to give a lot of good flavor. So if you were looking for a good chili powder, then you want a kind of a lime flavor, like I just kind of put together, that's kind of what you want to have. So I think our oil's getting hot now. I think it's been about 3 minutes. So now that it's been about 3 minutes, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our onions and our green pepper in there. And our garlic. We're going to cook on cover for 3 to 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. Okay, so let's get our onions in here and our green pepper. We get our onions, we get our green pepper kind of strips, and our onion all nice and chopped here. Our scrapers are so awesome. Oh, by the way, guys, I got this for my sales in October. Yay! Pampered Chef, if you're looking for a business opportunity, gives their consultants so many perks and so many nice things. And the cool thing about this one is it says, food brings people together, and it was signed by Doris Christopher, who's the founder of Pampered Chef, because October was our 40th year in business. That's just so amazing that a direct sales business that started by a woman in her basement is still around. That's just so inspirational to me. And what I love about all of our scrapers in general is they actually get everything out. There's no waste. Okay, so we got that going. It might help if I started it. Okay. Okay. Always something, guys, right? And then my garlic. Probably let that heat for a few minutes. Now, since this actually did not heat because it was not on. Okay, so we've got that going. now while that's going, so I told you about the spices. So then I just pre-put my spices in here, so they're ready to go. So I didn't waste time doing that. So I got the chili lime. I've got the cumin. I did about 1/4 of a teaspoon of the chili lime because I feel like this is a really, could be a strong spicy flavor, and I need to be careful about my daughter, but you might want to use more. My husband would like me to use a whole tablespoon of this, quite frankly. I did about 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of cumin, and then I did a teaspoon of salt. Okay, so that's how I got my spices for the dish. Again, the chili lime, so good, you guys, so good. Okay. Hi, Amy. Okay, so I'm gonna let that cook up for a little while since it's still heating up. Now it's actually heating. And I'm gonna add my garlic in there. Okay, we'll let that go for a second or two. And then we're next going to add, once that's done, our corn, our chicken, our seasoning, our salt, tomatoes, and black beans. Okay, so I've got a can. So I got a can of black beans here that I've already drained and rinsed the beans because that's important. You want to do that anytime you take anything out of the can, guys. You want to make sure you rinse and drain. I know I may be saying obvious things, but I feel like I never did those things for a long time. I didn't really understand the importance of it, but it's very important to do that. So we got the beans, and then I have tomato. I have corn. I'm using frozen corn, about 2 cups. 2 cups of that. Push back a little bit. And then I have tomatoes, and for tomatoes, I'm going to use about 16 ounces of tomatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And I'm going to use my kitchen shears to open up my tomatoes. I got my small batter bowl here that I'm just going to dump them into, because the small batter bowl is going to give me the measurement for 16 ounces, which is what I need. Approximately 16 ounces. Okay. And that's about half of it because I love these tomatoes. By the way, the palmies are really good. My favorite. That or the San Marzano are the kind of the good ones. Go for the Italy tomatoes when you're getting tomatoes. Okay? All right, see that's all kind of cooking up now. So I got all my ingredients here ready to go. And we're just, this is like, the quick cooker is kind of just like you're cooking on the stove, except for it's all right here. I'm just going to put the recipe over here. I got my chilies. These are green chilies. Okay. Looking at my recipe. 10 minutes start. Okay. So for this part, we're actually not even going to add the broth yet. We're just going to add the tomatoes. The tomatoes, the salt, the corn, all the seasoning, the chicken, the corn, the tomatoes, and the black beans. And we're going to lock the lid and let this cook for 10 minutes. That's going to go to pressure. While we'll do that, we'll cut our tortilla strips and get those into the oven. Okay. Oh, wish you could smell this already. It's already starting to smell so good. Okay, so all that's ready to go. Let's put our chicken in there. So I'm going to put all the ingredients in there now. I'm going to put my tomatoes in. Tomatoes! If you had fire roasted, that would be great. I don't, but I feel like this is going to have so much flavor. I'm just not worried about it. 16 ounces of tomatoes. My corn. 2 cups of frozen yellow corn. White corn, sorry, I'm using white corn. Organic yellow corn, white corn, whatever you have. My beans. just gonna mix it around a little bit. My chilies, which is gonna get, I believe the chilies is gonna give it the extra pop of flavor that it needs. And this wasn't in the original recipe, this is one of my ads. Okay, and then I'm gonna add my seasonings. Actually, I'm gonna put my chicken in next. Then I'm gonna add my seasonings. Add my chicken with the lime juice in here. I'm using my large chef tongs to move the chicken. Notice you guys, I've gotten my hands not wet with anything so far. And then I'm gonna add my seasoning. Oh, if you could smell the seasoning, look at that. How beautiful that is. Can you see that? That's so beautiful. I love beautiful things. Okay, then I'm gonna put my seasoning all over the top of the chicken. And that's all just gonna gush around. Now, normally you always wanna put water in your quick cooker when you're cooking because you need to have enough liquid in the pot. But because tomatoes are very liquidy, we should be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on now. I'm gonna hit cancel so it stops cooking. And then I'm going to put the lid on, make sure I have all the ingredients on here. And I'm gonna select custom and adjust the times to 7 minutes to 10 minutes. Okay, so when it's closed, it's gonna go, make that pretty sound. And let me just show you one thing on here. So this is really cool about our quick cooker versus any on the market, is we have a button that you press to release the steam, okay? So the steam shows a cloud here, and when you push it in, that's how you start. And when you release the steam, you push the button in. So I've had an Instant Pot, and I will tell you that it's stressful to let the steam out of an Instant Pot because they tell you to use a wooden spoon to jack it up so it can release the steam and don't get hit by it. So this is a really great feature of our Instant Pot, and this is our quick cooker. And the reason why I love it, and the reason why my Instant Pot is in the garage right now, waiting to be donated. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and also a little bit about this Instant Pot before we shut this down. It has 16 settings that are presets, and including a custom setting, and custom time and custom pressure. So for this recipe, we're gonna do custom. And we're gonna do it for 10 minutes. Cook time, 10 minutes. I gotta see, guys, sorry. Okay, custom. Time. Oh, down. Hold on a second. I'm going to cancel. I'm going to do, custom 10. Custom time. Time. Okay, it took me a minute to figure that out. And then high pressure. Okay, cook time 10. Okay. I changed the pressure that I did. Okay, I'm still getting a little bit mixed up with my Instant Pot here, but anyway, you want to do custom, and then press the time, and then change it to 10, and then you're going to go ahead and hit start. And so while that's happening, so what's going to happen now is that's going to come up to pressure. Once it comes up to pressure, then it will be 10 minutes from the pressure time. So sometimes it can take up to 20 minutes to come up to pressure. So when everything is all said and done, the only thing we're going to do in here is we're going to add some broth and some cilantro. We're going to add some broth and some cilantro and our tortilla strips. So I see I have 20 more minutes. I have 25 minutes left. We might not get through the whole thing, but we'll try. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the drawing board, and we're just going to cut up some tortilla strips. And this will take just a few minutes. We're just going to cut up some tortilla strips with our kitchen shears, and we're going to pop them onto the I'm going to pop them onto the rectangular stone. So I'm going to take like 5. And I'm just going to cut them with my chef's knife into nice strips for the soup. I could do this with my kitchen shears or a knife. I'm doing it with a knife right now because it's right here. And I'm just going to put them on my stone. My oven's been heating to 400 degrees. So that's all set. I'm just going to lay them out on my stone and cook them for probably about 7 to 8 minutes, looks like. And that's just going to be a nice fresh add to the tortilla soup. I probably didn't need to do this many. This is a lot. But I have a feeling they will be popular. And the stone is going to cook these up really nice. Nice and crispy. And it's going to cook evenly on both sides because that's what stones do. They cook evenly and they retain heat. So I'm not putting any oil or anything on here. I'm just cooking these up. So I probably can't actually get these all on here, actually. It's probably why they said use 5. Okay. And I'm going to pop these in for 5 to 7 minutes while my quick cooker is doing its thing. Okay? That's it. Those are going into the oven. And I'm going to start that at 5 minutes to be sure I don't overcook them because my oven's been on for a little while. Okay. So while that's going, I'm going to do 2 more things here. I'm going to go ahead and move all this stuff out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and grab my quick slice again. And I'm going to cut up a zucchini to add to my tortilla soup because I think that'll be a nice add. And I have lots of zucchini and I want to use it. So I'm going to put that in my quick slice as well. And I'm just going to line them up here like this. And I'm just going to cut them down. Like that. And I'm probably going to cut them again. So I have little triangles, okay? And I'm going to add those in when everything's done, when I add the broth. Put these in a bowl. And cut these other 2. Quick slice, you guys. So easy to use and so fast. Look how fast that was. I mean, come on. I'm faster than my oven's cooking right now. Okay. Next. So that's all my zucchini and that's ready to go. I will add that in. And that's my quick slice. And then, I'm going to also use my quick slice on my avocado. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my avocado because avocado is going to be a nice add here. And all this while my soup is cooking. It's not coming out. There you go. I'm going to scoop it out with a spoon, and then I'm going to put it on my quick slice as well. My avocado is pretty firm, so I'm not going to get perfect slices here, but that's okay. I just want to show you how you can also use the quick slice on things like avocado and soft stuff, like mozzarella cheese and other things like that. That are like that semi-soft. So if I put this in the quick slice, this very messy avocado, I get a not so messy result. So I'm going to put that in a prep bowl. Got some nice avocado to top with, albeit a little messy, but who cares? We will be eating it because it's still good avocado. So my daughter saw that commercial, avocados from Mexico. So every time we have avocado, she goes, avocado from Mexico. It's so cute. It is like the cutest thing. Talk about the commercials that stuck in my head that I shared with my daughter that now she's saying. So again, I'm using a spoon here. I'm not using a knife because I'm not going to cut myself. I have cut myself during lives a couple of times, actually, unbeknownst to other people. Because our knives are really sharp. Our knives are amazing, and they are really sharp. So I always tell people, beware of an awesome knife. Just be careful with it, and it'll work great for you. These knives are amazing. Our knives are made of Paco wood and fully forged German steel. They're one piece. They're easy to hold in your hand. They're easy to grip. But I'm going to tell you, they are sharp. So just be careful. That's all. They do their job. They do it well. I am very, very ecstatic about our knives because I did not realize how poorly of a job my knives were doing for me. Okay, so that's my avocado. So now I got that. So the next thing I'm going to do, since I have time here, is I'm going to get my cilantro out. I've got my cilantro here in my refrigerator pocket and my herb keeper. Another favorite product of mine. So I'm going to go ahead and take some herbs out, and I'm going to grab my manual food processor rack, and I'm just going to take a chunk of cilantro here and grab it and twist it and pull it. I've had this cilantro for a couple of days, and the herb keeper keeps it really well. And I'm going to put it in my manual food processor. I'm going to mince it up. And this is what I was telling you about holiday herbs, making light work of holiday herbs. You throw it in your manual food processor, and you are good to go, you guys. Okay, where's the blade? Okay, here's the blade. And I got my lid here. And the herb keeper will keep herbs about 2 weeks. I just finished off with some basil. Oops. Make sure it's lined up. My tortilla strips are about done. I'm just going to put in them for another 2 minutes. Okay, so you see my cilantro, how beautiful that was, how easy that was, you guys? Make it easy on yourself. So I've got my cilantro ready to go. For topper, top your tortilla soup with whatever you want. I would get more of this out if I had my mini skinny scraper, but it's floating around somewhere in this house. I have this drawer of like utensils, and my daughter always is taking the utensils and bringing them somewhere else in the house. Okay, so that's my cilantro, all ready to go. And I'm really done. So I'm just waiting for everything to kind of cook up here. And as you can see, it's a pretty hands-off. So I'm still getting to pressure here. And once it gets to pressure, then I'll need another 10 minutes. So we might not finish the soup today, but we should come pretty close. Oh, Mom's there. I was wondering, Mom, where were you? Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Laura. So my friend Laura is on here today, and it's her birthday this week, and she's actually coming golfing with me tomorrow. So if you guys don't know, I'm trying to learn how to golf, so it's an exploration of patience and finding the right people to play with that actually want to play the way that we play. I'm playing with another friend. We play the family tees, and we play no score, and we play, no score is the big one, and the family tees for sure. So Laura's coming with us tomorrow because it's her birthday week. Okay, now we're just waiting. You see, you guys, I'm done with everything. Now I'm just waiting. Isn't that the best cooking ever? Okay, so let's talk about other ways you can make this. Okay, so I made it this way. You could make it for spices. Instead of doing the chili, you could do chili powder, oregano, cumin, salt, pepper, as you like. That would be another option. You could do ancho chili pepper. As you saw, the chili lime has a lot of that stuff in it, so I didn't need to do that. So that was cool. For add-ins, I mean, you could add in any vegetable you want. I'm adding in zucchini because I think that's what we have around, and I think that's a good add for soup. I'm going to go check out my tortilla strips, make sure they're okay. I think they need another minute. For ways to cook your soup, you could cook it in the rock crock, partially in the microwave. You could cook your chicken partially in the microwave, and then you could cook it all up in the microwave. You could cook it on the stovetop in your Dutch oven, whether that be the rock crock or a new enamel cast iron. You could do that. You could also do it in a casserole dish in the oven and cook it. So there's lots of different ways that you could do this. I think the important thing is just to kind of get the balance right of the ingredients. All the ingredients I mentioned that you'll need, the chicken, the lime, green chilies are optional. You could do jalapeno. That'd be another one. You want to kick the spice up, add some more spices in. Onions, of course. Green pepper, the strips, I think are really good to have in there to kind of give it that more full flavor. You want to have as much fullness to it as you can. We're at 10 minutes. Okay, so now I'm at pressure. So that gives you an idea how long it takes to come up to pressure. So we might go a little bit over if we finish this thing up. So I'm going to go ahead and get the tortilla strips out in another minute. And that's it. Like, I'm literally just waiting for this to get done. Like, that's how easy this is. Once this is done, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to pour in 4 cups of broth. I'm going to release the steam right away is what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to pour the 4 cups of broth in. The zucchini that I have here, where did my zucchini go? The zucchini, and I'm going to stir it up, and I'm probably going to add the cilantro in there, I'm thinking, because I like the cilantro flavor in there, in the actual soup, not just as a topper to the soup. And then we would serve it up in a bowl with the tortilla chips on the bottom, the soup, and then, and then I'm going to cut the chicken. I'm going to cut the chicken to get it into nice chunks. So let's go ahead and get those strips out so you can see those, how easy those were to do on a stone. Okay, so here's my chicken, here's my tortilla strips right here. I gotta put them on a cutting board to show you. Let me just grab a cutting board. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay. Those are our strips, and let's just show you. Corn tortillas on a stone, cooked in like 7-8 minutes. And they're gonna be perfect for this soup. Those are a little bit chewy. They're not totally crunchy. That's exactly what you want for tortilla soup. Tortillas are important in chicken tortilla soup. It's in the name. Okay. So, go ahead and get that. We've got another 8 minutes on our soup. And like I said, we're just kind of we're just waiting for the next step. So I'm going to put my strips in a bowl. They're all cooked like nice and crisp. Hear that? You could do this on your large stone bar pan. You could do it on any kind of stone. I use the rectangular stone because it seems to have the most room. I guess that's why they recommended it. Because Pampered Chef puts recipes together that they test in a test kitchen, so they know they're going to work for you. So you don't have to stress, like, when you're searching for a dinner recipe and you're like, okay, 25 people said this is okay. 4 people said it was awful. 6 people said to add this. You're not going to have that problem because these recipes are already tested. I should take my own advice because I don't make things exactly as they say for the recipe, but that's just who I am. But for people that want that consistent experience and know that it's going to be 100% on every time, then you're going to want to do that. Follow the recipe. It's never going to let you down. Okay. We have 6 minutes. I realize you can't see. Cooker. 6 minutes. And then all we're going to do is we're going to add in this broth and the zucchini and put the chicken back in and cut that chicken up. And we're going to be all done. Get my cutting board ready for the chicken. Now, it says I could cut the chicken with the salad choppers, which I might do, because I want to show you that. But I also could cut the chicken with, just with a knife, because if it's going to be too hot, I don't have a lot of time left, so. Okay, so here's my cilantro. It's going to go back in the refrigerator. And what's great about this herb keeper is it has a water receptacle. It holds water on the bottom. So that's why it keeps everything really fresh for your herbs. And it just pops right in. You won't see this, but yeah. Oh, you will probably. Yeah. It pops right into here so you can see it when you open up your refrigerator. Which is how I remembered I didn't use my basil. I was like, oh my gosh. Open the refrigerator. I was like, I did not use my basil. What am I going to do with it? So then I made a dish that used basil. More coffee needed. Okay. Any questions, you guys? Oh, hi, Bridget. I got my mom and my sister on today. Post pics if it doesn't get done in time. Yes, Susan, I will for sure. Okay, 4 minutes. It's going to get done in time, actually. We're just going to be right at we're at the end. Yeah. Oh, so, well, we have these 4 minutes. Anybody have any questions? Okay, so take a vote. If you were to make tortilla chicken soup, given the ideas I gave you, would you make it in the quick cooker, a casserole dish, the rock crock, or a blender? Would you make it in the quick cooker, a casserole dish, a Dutch oven of some sort, whether that be the rock crock or cast iron, or a blender? How would you make your chicken tortilla soup? What would be your preference? Let me hear from you. Give me your votes. The quick cooker, a casserole dish, a Dutch oven, or the blender? I want to hear your votes. Come on, guys, give me a vote. Quick cooker, casserole dish, Dutch oven, or blender? I think blender would be really easy, actually, because I've made chicken tortilla soup in a blender before. But you can't make the chicken in it, so you still got to make your chicken. But for that, I probably would make my chicken in an air fryer, which would take about 15 minutes to make the chicken. So I can make the tortilla soup probably total in under an hour the same way. I think they're all in that hour time frame, which is pretty amazing. Susan, you vote for the quick cooker. All right. Do you have a quick cooker, Susan? Do you have a quick cooker? Let me tell you something else, you guys. If you want the quick cooker, the air fryer, or the blender, November parties are getting 60% off on these items, and December parties. So if you book with me November or December, you can get these items for 60% off as a host special. So for example, I've had people Get the air fryer for $111. There's also a host offer, which is like $150, which includes everything. Same with the quick cooker. You can get an entire quick cooker set with all the pieces, parts, ceramic, inserts, egg holders, all that for $211 with that 60% offer. And the blender is around 200 is around the 200 mark too, with all the accessories that come with it. Oh, you have the blender and the quick cooker. Cool, Susan. Nice. What do you use what have you made chicken tortilla soup before in either? Hi, Kelsey. Kelsey, this one's for you. When I think about quick cookers, I always think about you. So, Kelsey, we made chicken tortilla soup, and we're almost done with it. We got 1 more minute to go. And we're going to press this magic button and release the steam. And let me tell you how excited I am about this button, because this is a fantastic safety feature about our quick cooker that no other quick cooker has on the market as of yet. Maybe, since I checked yesterday, but as of right now, I don't think anyone has it. You push that button, you walk away, the steam release, you're all good. You don't have to jack something up on it to open it. You don't have to wonder if it's going to burn your face. You have no safety concerns whatsoever. Ooh, you made butternut squash soup in the blender and broccoli cheddar. Ooh, nice. Oh, thanks, Nicole, for the watch party. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this recipe. Finishing it with the end of it. Remove the chicken from the, okay, we're going to go ahead and cancel. We're going to push that button. And once that steam is released, we're going to open it. And we're going to take our chicken out. And we're going to chop it. Then we're going to select sear and press start. Add the chicken back in, add the zucchini and broth and simmer for a few more minutes, and then we're going to add the chicken. And that's it, you guys. Nicole, I'm going to go over a few minutes. Is that okay? Did you love it? Like, I don't have to worry about being burned or getting steam on me because I don't even have to be near where the steam is releasing. This might be my most boring demo yet because I've just been sitting here for about 10 minutes doing nothing. But I want you guys to get the yes, Kelsey, it'll do the manual food processor will do garlic too, Kelsey. That shredded fork would be great. You're right, Susan, but I don't have shredded fork, but you're right. That would be absolutely fantastic. And I also feel like my family likes chunks of chicken. Like, my husband always is like, there's not enough meat in it. So if it's in chunks, we can't have that debate of where's the chicken? So I tend to do chunks versus shred. I've noticed a trend. If I do chunks, I don't hear that complain about there not being enough meat in it. And if I do shred, I'm like, there's not enough meat in it, or, someone gets more than the other. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel. And I'm going to open it. And what you will see here, which you can't see, unfortunately, I'm going to take a picture of so you can see, is a bubbling pot of delicious flavors. And we got I'm just doing a quick photo pic here so I can get all this captured for later. So when you all ask me what I did, I can tell you. Okay, so now we're gonna just take the chicken out with my tongs. I'm gonna rinse my tongs out. I guess I could have rinsed my tongs out while I was doing all this sitting around business. Okay, I'm gonna take my chicken out. My chicken is nicely cooked, perfect. Oh my gosh, there's so much flavor in this chicken, it's insane. I'm looking at these chickens, and I'm just like, whoa! Oh my gosh. Hopefully the people in my house will be excited. The people in my house are my daughter and my husband. I've got a lot of chicken in here. And you guys, I'm not even worried if it's cooked or not because I can tell completely it's cooked. Okay, so the recipe says I should use the salad choppers, but I'm feeling like it's too hot. So I'm just going to go ahead and slice this chicken up into nice chunks with my chef's knife, which makes everything so easy for me in my kitchen. See how easy it is to cut that? No effort or work whatsoever. Slice through that chicken. And I'm going to let it sit here for a second. And I'm going to go ahead and add in my broth. And I'm just going to go crossways, get some nice chunks. There will be no complaining if there's no meat in this soup. We've got a lot of chicken in this soup. And to your point, Susan, what's going to happen when this continues to cook is it's going to shred probably anyway, because that's kind of what happens in a quick cooker. A lot of stuff shreds. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up, and I'm going to add my broth. So I'm going to put it on. I'm going to turn it now to cancel, and I'm going to put it on sear. And I'm going to put start. And I'm going to pour my 4 cups of broth in here. I would make broth. If I had broth in the freezer, I would put it in here. I also use sometimes instant broth, the stuff you squirt in, add water to it, pop it in the microwave. Nicole, I know what I want for Christmas. Right? So I'm going to add my broth in. And we're just going to let that sear or cook up a little bit. It says about 10 minutes for that. And I'm going to add my zucchini in here too, which I think also adds a nice pop of color. And I want you to see that, so it's very easy to pick this up. It's very not easy to see though. You know what I'm going to do? Hold on. Let's see if you can see that way. So you could kind of see the color. It's that nice tomatoey, perfect tortilla soup. Now I'm going to do the taste test because I want to check on the flavor. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Great. Once I throw that chicken in there and everything cooks up, definitely want to cook this for a few minutes to make sure that you get that the broth mixed in with all the other flavors there. And I'm going to add my chicken in. And once again, this is what I was saying about these mats. Look how easy it is to add that chicken in. Oh, gorgeous. I'll let that all cook together. I'm going to add some cilantro in as I cook up a little bit more. Oh, smell that fresh cilantro. Let me get a picture of this so you can see that. All the chicken in there and the goodness. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of these tortilla strips right in the soup, which is kind of going to thicken it up a little bit more too. It does not say to do this in the recipe, but I'm going to do that because that's how I roll. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute here. I went over my time, which I don't like to do, but I just want to finish this out. I feel like we've been on this journey together on this chicken tortilla soup. We should finish it out. Okay. I'm going to grab a bowl to show you what it looks like. With my beautiful ladle. Okay, these ladles are awesome because they have holes in them for drainage, but also have a scoop to get nice meaty scoops, which my husband, like I said, loves the meaty scoops. So I want to make sure I get that for him. And then I would top it with some cilantro. Maybe some cheese. I don't know if I need cheese, but definitely some avocado. And that is going to be your delicious chicken tortilla soup, you guys. I'm going to try a bite. I know this needs to stew more for flavor, but I'm going to try and just see where we're at right now. You guys, so good. Oh my gosh, yum. And with those tortilla strips in there, so delicious. Okay. That's it, you guys. Well, I want to thank you for staying with me through this chicken tortilla soup journey. We're looking at about probably an hour start to finish. Not bad, because normally something like this would take a lot more time. You want to let this cook definitely for another 10 minutes to get all the flavors in from the tomatoes and everything. And I don't know if I would do anything different. I might want to add more tomatoes. I don't know, because I feel like I'd like really a lot of tomatoes, because they all kind of just dispersed into the liquid. So there is very, you don't see a lot of tomatoes in here. Well, you do actually. You do see tomatoes. Yeah, I love tomatoes though. So yeah. That's it. Okay. My mission is to bring joy into your kitchen. I hope I did a little bit of that for you today. I look forward to hearing from you guys. I'm booking parties for November and December. Please feel free to let me know if you want to have a party. I would love to host a party with you. I'm doing a fundraiser party this week with my church for the Pregnancy Crisis Center. So if you're looking to order and if you want to contribute to that, that would be great. It's with my church. It's with the Catholic Church St. Al's Gals, and they are doing a fundraiser for the Crisis Pregnancy Center. I'm actually doing a live cooking party next Monday at one of the leaders' homes. So that's going to be fun, and I'll do a Zoom call for that when I do that. So I'm doing virtual parties, I'm doing in-home parties, and I'm booking into December. I've got a couple of opens for November. December shipping is up until December 12th to make it in time for Christmas, and shipping is 5 to 10 days now, you guys, 5 to 10 days. So that being said, one more announcement that I already made was availability of product. Everything is on real-time availability now. So if you can get it and it says you can get it, grab it. If it's not there, it's not there right now, but it doesn't mean it's gone forever. It's just gone for now. And we're working on building our stocks up and our inventory up. But the shipping is a big announcement. So I'm really excited about 5 to 10 day shipping. Excited about making it in time for Christmas and Hanukkah. And excited to host a party with you if you want to do that with me. Okay. Jennifer Pelfini, Pampered Chef Independent Consultant. I'm here in Reno. I'm available everywhere virtually. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks, you guys. Happy Election Day. Get out there and vote if you haven't yet. Bye.